we hear you loud and clear. Hundreds of you are angry and shocked at what the Denver7 Investigates team uncovered.
I'm Dr. Flynn.
Hi. Dozens of medical imposters in Colorado, fake doctors, psychologists, and nurses. They are unlicensed and unpunished.
Sir, you identified yourself as a clinical psychologist.
I'm sorry.
We have it on tape, sir.
I'm a clinical psychologist.
All right, we're back. Denver7 investigative reporter Ryan Luby. You got the attention of state lawmakers already.
We absolutely did, and so far at least one of them is just as disturbed as the rest of us, because really the consequences of getting treated by a fake doctor or nurse or psychologist could be devastating. We were just talking about that. In case you missed it, state regulators have known about some of these folks, in some cases for years, but we found they hardly ever enforce their own rules, often leaving many cases unprosecuted.
Standards of care in health care are high for a reason. But what State Senator Irene Aguilar sees here,
and I'm curious to know if you're licensed to practice psychology in the state,
leaves her fearing just how many vulnerable, sick Coloradans unwittingly fell victim to medical imposters.
To hear that there are people who are pretending to have those qualifications is very concerning.
She's concerned that you or your parents or grandparents or even children got care from people who don't have the qualifications to administer medications, to treat you for sexual abuse or suicidal tendencies, to do the things that real professionals do. You see, Denver7 Investigates uncovered roughly 30 documented fake medical professionals in Colorado in just the last 3 years. Only 2 of them were ever criminally punished for unauthorized practice, though state law says they should have been. Among them, Randy Flint in Pueblo, who we caught undercover.
I'm Dr. Flynn.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Pretending to be a psychologist, therapist, and counselor, and ignoring 3 cease and desist orders from state regulators just last year, telling him to stop.
I mean, you see what the state's telling you, right?
Yes.
I mean, are they wrong?
No.
There's also Jennifer Jackson.
Why am I being arrested?
you're under arrest because I believe that you falsified your information there.
She faked her way into being a nurse at 8 different facilities for 6 years. She ignored 2 cease and desist orders in that time. She got arrested only after the real Jennifer Jackson, whose nursing license number she stole, caught wind of what was going on and called police.
The reason we go through the process of licensing and/or registration is to ensure that people who hold themselves out as being able to practice at a certain level really do have the education, training, in some cases testing required to do that.
Senator Aguilar was a primary care doctor herself for more than 20 years. She once sat on the state medical board in the 90s. She says they dealt with fake doctors back then, but only in name, not in actual practice like we found today.
This obviously rises to a very different level.
Aguilar says every case is obviously different, but she questions the breakdown at DORA that's taking place, given that the most severe cases have been seemingly overlooked.
But certainly if somebody is practicing, I think that is putting the public in danger and needs to be stopped immediately.
This is your time to talk to us. Well, we are just getting started. We are working other disturbing stories in the next few days and weeks. We also expect to hear from Governor Hickenlooper about our findings soon. He appoints people to these health care boards, after all. Stay with us. Lots to come. Of course, you can check out all of our unlicensed, unpunished stories on the denverchannel.com right now.
Fascinating stuff you have found.
Work.
Thank you, Ryan. By the way, we have received thousands of responses to this story after Ryan broke the story last night at 10 o'clock. Amy called it horrifying. Dee wanted to know how many others are getting away with this.
And we want to hear from you. You can leave a comment anytime on the Denver7 Facebook page or send us a message on Facebook, and you might see those comments on air.